Jimmy Butler, he's a very interesting player to me.
He's like, oh shoot, I don't know where to go with the ball because I haven't been able to think.
It was a great series. Game 4 was one of the best games I've ever watched in my entire life. Now LeBron's a 4-time champion, and Anthony Davis gets his first.
It's unacceptable. So happy when the Astros lost because it would definitely be a 2020 thing.
Yeah, I was impressed by their game. Braden Point, Andre Palat, Nikita Kucherov, that was the best line in the playoffs, no doubt.
Stay undefeated when they face the mighty Cowboys with Garrett Gilbert.
Hey everyone, I'm Jared Sandler, and you're listening to Outsiders Opinions.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our MLB Opinions of the Week. I am Kevin, and my team does not have a chance to earn the number 1 AL spot, but the man whose team does was on record wondering about if the Yankees were going to be okay. Austin.
There's still holes, there's still problems, but I would say that every team right now in the MLB has some problems, some holes on their team. No team is running away with the overall number 1 spot in the entire MLB, but today we're just going to be talking about the AL. We are recording this video after the Guardians-Royals games, even though it's being posted the same day that game is going to be played, or was played. So right now, if you look at it in order, it goes the Yankees, Orioles, Guardians, Royals, basically all separated by one game. Kevin, it's a 4-man race, and it's been a while since I've seen a 4-man race for the number 1 spot. And I say those top 2 spots, so the 2 teams that win their division get a bye. They don't have to play those wildcard games, but the third place that'll be the Astros. But also those 2 teams, either the Orioles or Yankees, and then the Guardians or Royals, whichever one of those don't win their division, is going to have to play in a wildcard game on the road. Well, at least one of them will have to, because one of them is going to have to be the 5 seed. So it's the main question we're asking. We're not going to do our in-out maybe just yet. We're not going to talk about too much about playoff seeding. This is just about the 1 seed in the AL. Kevin, if you had to predict today, who do you think gets the jobs done?
I'm probably going to go with Yankees, even though it is tough. But when you look at Aaron Judge right now, I would say, yeah, there's no competition in the AL. Maybe that's another video, but I'm pretty sure Judge is on his way to another MVP, given just his home run.
Oh, I definitely think that there's not really a look, Bobby Witt's playing amazing, but Judge is playing better than he did when he hit.
Yeah.
He's on pace to have more homers. And I will say something about the Yankees. Look, I'm not going to say my official prediction just yet, but yesterday, the Yankees lost to the Nationals and the Orioles beat the Dodgers. So it's not like the Yankees are really going to run away with the number 1 seed overall. I could see it being any one of the 4 teams. The Guardians definitely have the pitching to do it. The Royals are the hottest probably of the 4 teams. And the Orioles are very good, and so are the Yankees if they can get it done. But your pick is the Yankees?
Yeah, and I will kind of push back to me, it's really between the Orioles and Yankees. Maybe I'm just keep underestimating the Guardians and the Royals.
Well, I mean, the Guardians are only 2 games back.
Yeah,
I mean, all those 3
games.
teams are so close that realistically, any one of those 4 could win.
Yes, but from my point of view, and I'm going to go with my opinion, to me, I would be quite surprised with the Guardians. I know they have a shot, same with the Royals, but to me, the Orioles would be second because they ran away with it last year, and they're dealing with a lot, so they could get it back. Then I'll go with the Yankees. But to me, Yankees, I'm going to go with Aaron Judge on the tear right now, and that should give them some breathing room. But you are right. It could happen. But to me, when I'm making the prediction, which it's a prediction, I'll probably be wrong. To me, I know the Guardians and Royals can do it, but to me, there's still that disbelief. I would say, a confidence with either the Yankees or Orioles, and I'm going to go with the Yankees.
Yeah, the Yankees definitely have a couple of easy teams coming up. They do go to Texas soon. They are right now playing Washington. They have the Cubs coming up. The Cubs aren't bad. They're above 500, but they're not necessarily on the same level, I would say, as the Yankees. But the Yankees are known to kind of blow it, I feel like, especially when it comes to the end of the regular season. They just seem to find a way to not be the home team going into the ALCS. I know that's a little bit further away, but it just seems like they take themselves out of consideration for those games. I do think that the Yankees have a good chance, but it's really going to come down to everyone outside of Soto and Judge. The pitching's had some good games, but again, they'll lose 4-2 to the Nationals because our hitting's not good enough. The health of Rizzo, who should be coming back, and how he plays when he comes back from injury. Jason Dominguez. There's a couple of these guys that I'm worried about. Are they going to perform? Are they not? Because we need them desperately. Jazz has played okay. He's played good, but he's had some error problems. The Yankees have holes. I do think Baltimore could jump on that, but their starting pitching's not good enough outside of Corbin Burns. They've had starting pitching issues. All the teams have their holes, and that's what I really think is making it extremely, extremely interesting. If you go last 10, all of them are really close. You have the Yankees and Baltimore at 5-5, Kansas City 6-4, and the Guardians are 4-6. So all of them are within a couple of games there. All of them are consistent, but it's not a dominant consistent. It's a good and bad and good and bad and good and bad. So I think my official opinion is going to be that the Orioles win it, but I think I differ from you in the fact that I really do think anyone could. I would not be baffled if the Guardians did it with how good their pitching is, or I would not be baffled if the Royals made it, because I do think that having all these players, or all these teams have good players, they're all going to make the playoffs. It's just whether or not they can win their division, and then after that get the number 1 seed, because I do think that home field advantage does matter in baseball.
Okay, that kind of goes to my point of what I was going to ask, but I will ask, it would be incredible, I would say, just from a standpoint, especially the Guardians and Royals, of getting the first seed and then competing in the playoffs. I know it would be nice if they went all the way, but to me, I believe that would be viewed as a huge step compared to with the Yankees, where they always have it, and where they always have the expectation of competing in the playoffs and going far. This is a new expectation for the Royals, and we saw what happened last year. So you do think if you're a team, or even a team, you always want to win, fan, or is part of you starting to wonder, like, maybe I want them to go in the 5th seed because with the new playoff format?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Got it. You want the home field advantage. You don't want them going on the road. Like we saw, I would say that Texas Rangers world champions, they had the chance to win the division. They tried, but failed, ended up working out. And then you had the Phillies the year before. The only team where I think they were number 1 was the Astros. Yeah.
The Astros have never lost in one of those series where they've had the bye. It's all about coaching and making sure that the break shouldn't matter, in my opinion. It's when you make it matter mentally that it actually does matter. So I do believe that as we're talking, Dylan Cruz hits a homer, so that's lovely. But against the Yankees, but yeah. I don't believe that it's a disadvantage having to go through the bye. I think home field advantage is enough that I'm confident. Again, I want to play in front of my fans. If you remember the wild card, you play all your games at the one park, but after the bye, it's not like that. So I don't think that it's the biggest advantage ever, but I do think that it's more important just to play in front of your home fans in a game 5 where everything is on the line.
That's a fair point. I wanted to play devil's advocate because I don't really buy into that. Oh, they need to change the format. No, it's a player. It's sort of mentality and a coaching thing that they got to be ready. So we'll keep y'all updated with that. So I'm going Yankees. Austin's going Orioles. Still in the AL East. Who do you think just misses for the number 1 spot?
Oh, so you want me to give an order of like the most?
No, just do the 2 because I'm curious. Because
I said seed or the
2 seed. So for
So
me,
this would be so if I say the Orioles get the 1 seed, it couldn't be the Yankees because it would have to be a team from the other side. I'd
Yeah.
say Guardians.
okay. You say Guardians. Okay, got it. Okay,
Well,
I
let's
see.
just do this really quick. Most likely to get the 1 seed in your opinion.
Most
So
likely.
I'll say Orioles, Yankees, Guardians, Royals is my order. Most likely to least likely.
Okay,
So most likely is at the first one I mentioned. Least likely is the
that's-
last.
That's what I was aiming at. So yeah, that's why we work well as a team. You clarified the question. We were on the same way.
Well, because the 2 seed is the other division.
2 seed. Yeah. So most likely to me is Yankees, Orioles. Then I'll go Guardians, Royals.
Yeah, you and I have similar, but not the same because we flipped the top.
Yeah. So that was something. Because to me, it's really a 2-headed race. It is a 4-headed race.
I think it's, but that's where you and I disagree.
Yeah.
Is that you think you think it's a 2-headed race, really? Even if it is a 4-headed, you really do think that it's only really 2 teams that are going to get it. I disagree. I could see all of it being decided by a couple games at the end.
Yeah. I really think it's between the Yankees and Orioles, and I understand what you're saying. I just found it interesting that I'm trying not to use interesting, but you and I both have the Orioles and Yankees in the top 2 most likely to get it.
Yeah, but I think that it's you don't think it's going to be close between the other 2. I think is where we're differing. You don't think they have really a chance, and I would say that means it couldn't be close. Because if you're going to say, oh, they're only going to be off by 1 game, that means they have a chance.
Okay.
That's 1 game difference.
Okay. To me, I do think they have a chance. Like they mathematically do. But when I'm thinking about it, I'm counting the Guardians and Royals out. Because I think when it comes to the end, the Orioles and Yankees
Well,
they
have a chance, though.
Okay. Got it.
Because if you're already counting them out now, that means you don't think they have a chance.
Yeah. I'm doing
Okay, that's where you and I differ.
Okay. Yeah. So let us know if you disagree with that. Do you have a different order? Who do you think gets it? And we appreciate you listening to Outsiders Opinions.